Matt, how in the world are you?
I'm tired and wet.
Good to know. I'm doing fine. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Come on, buddy.
It's
Buddy.
everywhere. It's 100% rain all day. Working outside, plugging tires and the whatnot. It's fun. Wasn't what I wanted at all.
I don't think anyone would want that.
No. But that's okay. It's just all over now. This is the second Saturday in a row that it rained.
I think you're right.
Yep. The last Saturday wasn't as bad because it just kind of sprinkled. Today was a drizzle.
Constant.
Yeah, there's no let up. It wasn't storming. Thankful that it wasn't like torrential. But still, I had to patch a tire, put it on the car, and then the dude told me that he just wanted me to put his spare in his trunk. I was like, all right, cool. And then he was like, you know what? I think I'll put the spare back where it's supposed to go. In my head, I was like, isn't it normally supposed to go in the trunk? No, his is one of those. I think it was an SUV. Actually, it was one of those where like it's on the bottom of the car,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like a little thing that holds it up.
Yeah.
Well, right under that exact spot was a big puddle. It told him, I was like, would you mind driving up a little bit? That way I'm not laying in a puddle of water. He just kept letting it down. I was like, okay, let's just see how this goes. And so I did everything but lay in the puddle. But I got my hands in it, like my sleeves were drenched. But we got that tire up.
Woohoo.
And then he came back like 2 hours later and it's like, the other tire's leaking now. Like, I don't care. Go away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you did such a good job the first time.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll come back and do it again. But yeah, that was real day. The day in the life of the Matt. Video game.
Now to the fake world of Matt.
Now to the world that I'm most happy with. The digital. Been playing a whole bunch of Subnautica. I'm really liking the full game.
Is there any story to it?
There is. Yeah, it's almost a you kind of have to hunt for it, but not necessarily, because the game will kind of guide you to the story.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of have to go with the story in order to like beat the game, but there are certain things that you don't have to get, and like the story is mostly told through like little information PDAs that you can find in like bases and chunks of wreckage, other life pods. It's cool. I haven't gotten too far. I'm still, I think like the farthest I've gone as far as depth goes is like 300 meters, which is nothing. Because I think like I think the farthest that you need to go is like 15 or 1600. So, but I want I want to try and get all the vehicles, and then I want to try and get a few upgrades for those vehicles before I start going down. Because the more you go down, the more the story unfolds. So, but I want to be... There's like a mech suit you can get. You can get like a drill arm that lets you get more materials than it would with you just like going around and like breaking little limestone pockets. So I want to do that just so that building things will be easier down there, because you build a lot.
The one thing I saw is, I guess you were at a pretty low depth. You were just, I think, above 2,000 meters or something like that. I mean, not quite that deep.
I was nowhere near that.
No, okay. Well, I don't know.
I was at like you may have seen me at like 220. I think is when you came in.
Well, and your thing was, it kept warning you like, "Oh, you're too low." Like,
yeah.
Okay. The thing is, if your little sub thing can't take that depth, you can't exit your vehicle and go swim around like you were doing either.
Oh, no. Well, they kind of work around that, and I think before you would lose oxygen faster and you would lose health. But then they just made it to where, like, if you don't have an upgraded suit and, like, mask, which it doesn't work like that in the real world, like, if you get out of something, you're not going to be fine, and like air comes out of you, you're going to get crushed.
Right.
But in this one, or in the fully released version, if you get out at a certain point, you just start losing air faster. Which is nice, because that's the only way you can do most of that stuff.
Right.
Or you don't have to. They kind of sneak things in. Like, you can... in order to like modify your vehicles, you need to get like a specific attachment for your base. And once you get that, you can start creating modifications. Well, there's a depth modification in the giant ship that you crashed in. And that lets the little sub that I was in go down an extra 100 meters. And with that upgrade, life just becomes so much more easy as far as like getting things that you need to like start getting ready to go down, because that extra 100 meters gives you like so much more room to go around, and that way like you can get to certain points and then like you can get out of it, you can like explore a little bit, and then you can go back, get oxygen, and then just go back out. It's a really fun survival crafting game. I haven't really played very many survival crafting games, but this one is... I really like it. The style of it's cool, the gameplay is nice. You don't have to do anything as far as like combat goes, but like in certain vehicles you can. Like you can get like a torpedo launcher in your little sub, or you can get the mech suit and you can just start punching fish. Really,
I just want to punch fish.
I just want to punch a shark in the mouth. It's fun. And it's also terrifying. There are parts in that where I get to it and I look out and it's just like the scene in Finding Nemo where is it Marvin?
I think Marlin is the dad's name.
Yeah, where Marlin gets to like the edge of the reef and just ocean. There are parts in the game that are like that, and it's just like, oh gosh, this is horrifying. And it's reasons like that I have a fear of the ocean in real life. 'Cause things like that, if I feel that way in a video game, real life is just going to be so much worse. But it's fun. I restarted my Slime Rancher game. I don't think you can have like multiple save states. So I just started a new one because after playing like one indie game, I kind of want to go and play another one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I really liked that one, but like, I got to the point where I was just collecting like the little things that the slimes give off, and I wasn't really having a whole bunch of fun after it. So I was like, I kind of want to try and do things a little bit different if I can, even though that is like the main part of the game is to farm little slimes from the slimes. But thinking about it really made me want to play it again, so started that over. Yeah, that's what I've been playing. What have you been doing, Steven?
Well, if you're watching this on YouTube, you might notice there's a couple of things out of place in the office, and that's because we've got a new floor in here and in other places around the house. So everything had to be moved, and just last night I moved everything back in and got it ready to do a podcast. So we're getting there. It's going to look 100% normal for the next one, but you know, if you see a couple of random Sonics in shot, it's not your imagination. They are there.
It's real life.
They're multiply. Yeah, still playing Breath of the Wild. I've done 3 of the Divine Beasts. I'm really starting to think that you don't find the gold enemies unless you're playing on Master Mode, which is a bit of a letdown. Had I known that, I probably would have played Master Mode. Just because.
Do you have all the DLC?
Hmm?
Nice.
Yeah. No, I only bought half of it. No, wait. You could only buy all of it or none of it. So right now I'm in my favorite region of the game, Akala. It's just, I think it's got the most, maybe not the most things to do. It's just the most interesting as far as it's an autumn like area of the game.
Talking about the northeast part of the map, right?
Yes.
With the Mount Doom.
Next to Mount Doom.
Yeah.
Because that's Eldon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kala's where Terrytown is.
Yes, Terrytown.
That's a fun side quest.
It is a great side quest.
It's the most involved, but it's probably one of the best ones. But I'm about to do... No, I just did all the shrines, so I'm about to do like the stuff with Robbie. Well, in that region.
Oh.
I think I'm up to 105 shrines. Just doing the whole clockwise deal. So I still have, after Akala, the Lanryu region, and then Central. And I'm doing everything that you can do in those regions up to, you know, as much as you can before I have to move on. So, yeah. Oh, and I just found the last piece of the Barbarian outfit. So now those Lynels are really going down. I just wish I could fight a gold one. Is that it? I believe that's it.